Okay, so the U.S.-India partnership, it's uh, it's more than just headlines, isn't it? It feels really significant, constantly moving.
Absolutely. It's a major global dynamic and, yeah, definitely evolving.
And if you're listening, you probably want to get the core of it right without wading through endless news feeds.
Yeah, cut through the noise.
Exactly. So that's what we're doing here. We've looked at some recent updates,
Mm-hmm.
and the mission today is really to pull out the key bits. We're looking at trade and tech,
Right.
the influence of the Indian diaspora, and also that sort of cultural back and forth.
And what's interesting, I think, is how these pieces aren't separate. They feed into each other.
Yeah, it makes the whole thing stronger, more complex.
Definitely. A much more multifaceted connection these days.
Okay, let's start with trade and tech then. That Biden-Modi meeting, it got a lot of attention. What actually came out of it? Anything solid?
Well, the focus on new collaborations, particularly in AI and defense tech, that felt pretty significant.
So more than just handshakes and photo ops.
I think so. Yeah. It points towards, a deeper strategic alignment.
Right.
And it's an acknowledgement of India's growing role in these really critical tech areas.
Suggest maybe co-development down the line, sharing tech.
Potentially, yeah. That
Huh.
seems to be the direction. It's about building together, not just buying and selling.
Okay. And separate from the government deals, what about investment? I saw a number, something like $7 billion from U.S. investors into Indian startups just in the last year.
Yeah, that figure really jumps out, 7 billion.
Why is that so important? Is it just a big number or?
It's big, yes, but it also shows real confidence, doesn't it? Confidence from U.S. companies in India's whole innovation scene and
Yeah,
its potential for growth.
right. It's not just pocket change.
Exactly. It's a serious commitment.
Yeah.
And that kind of money flowing in, it fuels more activity, pulls the economies closer,
Mm.
especially in that tech space.
Okay, interesting. Now, let's pivot a bit. The Indian diaspora in the U.S., their influence, it feels like it's really on the rise.
That's a very good point. It's not just about numbers, though the numbers have grown. It's also about economic clout.
Clout. How so?
Well, data shows Indian Americans are now, on average, the wealthiest ethnic group in the U.S.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's quite something. And that translates to influence.
It certainly gives them leverage, yeah,
Yeah.
in business, in politics, across different areas.
And you see these like really prominent examples everywhere, don't you?
Absolutely.
You got Sundar Pichai at Google, Alphabet,
Right. A giant in tech.
and then in politics, Vice President Kamala Harris.
Exactly. These aren't just, isolated success stories. They show how deeply integrated the diaspora is
Mm-hmm.
and how much impact they're having across the board in American life. They're a key bridge between the two nations.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's not just economic, it's people to people too.
Yeah.